Hello, today I'll be talking about Shelgon, the second of two pure Dragon-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 3, the other being its pre-evolution Bagon, who evolves at level 30. Its previous BYC dates are March 4th, 1997, December 24th, 1999, October 14th, 2002, August 4th, 2005, May 25th, 2008, March 16th, 2011, January 4th, 2014, October 25th, 2016, August 16th, 2019, and June 6th, 2022. I find it interesting that this evolutionary line's middle stage is like a cocoon. It's interesting to think of a dinosaur metamorphizing. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Shelgon, the endurance Pokemon, whose number is 0372. This is what it looks like. Its type is Dragon, abilities Rockhead, and Overcoat is its inability. Generation is 50-50, catch rate is 45 or 11.9%, breeding is a group Dragon, hatch time 40 cycles, height is 3'7" or 1.1 meters, weight is 243.6 pounds, or 110.5 kilograms. Basic experience skills 144 in Gen 3 through 4 and 147 5+. Leveling rate is slow. EV yield is 2 in defense. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokédex color is white. I imagine it's supposed to be talking about the outer armor. I would consider that light gray, but I guess it's not the worst. Base friendship is 35. Shelgon is a Dragon-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 3. It evolves from Bagon, starting at level 30, and evolves into Salamence, starting at level 50. Biology, Shelgon is a quadrupedal Pokemon that resembles a pupal stage. There are bone structures covering its body, which form a shell with 2 openings and 3 ridges on top. One opening is in front, revealing 2 yellow eyes, while the other opening is in the back. This bony covering repels enemy attacks, but it makes Shelgon heavy. Its gray legs are visible, protruding from underneath the shell, each with a short red stripe on the inner surface. As a result, this Pokemon moves sluggishly and supposedly never eats or drinks, but it never seems to starve or thirst to death for reasons unknown. Inside the shell, its body is busy forming for its next evolution. It stores the necessary energy needed to evolve, and when it does, its shell begins to peel away. Shelgon can be found in caverns where it stays still until it evolves. Evolution. Shelgon evolves from Bagon and evolves to Salamence. Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence. Game data, Pokédex entries, in Gen 3 and Ruby. Inside Shelgon's armor-like shell, cells are in the midst of transformation to create an entirely new body. This Pokemon's shell is extremely heavy, making its movement sluggish. Sapphire. Covering Shelgon's body are outgrowths much like bones. The shell is very hard and bounces off enemy attacks. When awaiting evolution, this Pokemon hides away in a cavern. Emerald. It hardly eats while it awaits evolution. It becomes hardier by enduring hunger. Its shell peels off the instant it begins to evolve. Fire Red and Leaf Green. Its armored body makes all attacks bounce off. The armor is too tough, however, making it heavy and somewhat sluggish. In Gen 4, Diamond Pearl Platinum. With its rugged shell, its cells have begun changing. The shell peels off the instant it evolves. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It surrounds its body in an iron-hard shell to accumulate enough power to evolve. The Gen 5 Pokédex entries are Diamond Pearl and Platinums. In Gen 6, there was X's, Y's, Fire Red and Leaf Green's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Shelgon and Pokemon in other correct casing. In Gen 7, Sun. The cells within its shell transform with explosive speed, preparing it for evolution. Moon. They lurk deep within caves, motionless, neither eating nor drinking. Why they don't die is not known. Ultra Sun. The cells within its body are changing at a bewildering pace. Its hard shell is made from the same substance as bone. Ultra Moon. Shelgon lives deep within caves. It stays shut up in its shell, dreaming of the day it will be able to fly. In Gen 8, Sword. This Pokemon has covered its body in a hard shell that has the same composition as bone. Shelgon stores energy for evolution. Shield. Shelgon ignores its hunger entirely, never eating any food. Apparently Shelgon will evolve once all its energy stores are used up. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Within its rugged shell, its cells have begun changing. The shell peels off the instant the Pokemon evolves. In Gen 9, Scarlet is Sun's entry. Violet is Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Y's entry. Shelgon in the Alola Pokédex. Shelgon in the Paldea Pokédex. With Bagon in the background. That's interesting. Game locations, side game locations. Held items, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. It has the Dragon Fang 5% of the time. Stats, base stats, HP 65, attack 95, defense 100, special attack 60, and special defense and speed 50 for a total of 420. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damaged normally by normal, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, steel, psychic, and dark. Weak to ice, dragon, and fairy, all for double. Immune to nothing, resistant to fire, water, grass, and electric, all for half. Learn set by leveling up. We'll do this Evo here, and then go down to 33. So upon evolution, it gets Protect, 33 Dragon Claw, 39 Zen Headbutt, 46 Focus Energy, 53 Flamethrower, 60 Outrage, and 67 Double Edge. By TM, we're skipping. By Breeding, we're skipping. Nothing by Rare Evolution. Side game data, you got all this. In Pokemon Ranger, the browser entry, Shelgon launches whirling attacks by cleverly spinning its sturdy body. Trials of Volmia, it breathes blue flames and attacks while thrashing about. Guardian Signs, it attacks by launching a large blue fireball. We got evolution data, Bagon, level 30, Shelgon, level 50, Salamence. Sprites here, so, you know, a little bit more simplified, but more or less the same. The eyes are a little bit different, probably the big difference. The feet are also kind of purple instead of gray. I can kind of see the white. It still kind of looks light gray to me, but it's a little bit more explanation, I guess. Green for the shiny here, the legs and the sort of highlights, I guess. And I think it's a slightly different color, maybe more greenish tint, I guess. Gen 4. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, not really much changes, though. Gen 6, you get the full back sprites. The legs are now like a blackish gray, like dark gray. This is now like a more unifiably green kind of color. Its eyes might be also a little bit different in shade. Actually, that seems to be the case in 4 as well. In Gen 6, it's like these kind of lighter colors all around. You can definitely see the difference in eyes. Eye colors, or sclera colors, I guess. Yeah, not really much changes here in Gen 7. Homes, you got these models. Animation, Shelgon, and Pokemon Journeys the series. Got all those. Okay. In the manga, in the TCG. Trivia, from generations 4 through 7, Shelgon can learn Iron Defense via Move Tutor, but its evolved form can't. Origin, Shelgon seems to be based on a dragon or a giant tortoise and a pupa. Name origin, Shelgon may be a combination of shell and dragon. Komoru may be a corruption of Komoru, to seclude oneself, and Ryu, dragon. In other languages, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Shelgon's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 317, Let Bagons Be Bagons. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main characters, and all the companions, Brock, May, and Max, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, have met Michelle at her Bagon here. And Brock is explaining, I guess, Bagon's evolutionary line, basically.
Something strange about that. I thought Bagon evolved into Shelgon first, and then into...
And that is Shelgon's first thing in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Shelgon. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Shelgon. This is Salamence Canyon by the Coffee Dragon. So, you've got a bunch of little Bagon, a couple Salamence, and a few Shelgon down here, and there seems to be a few Bagon eggs as well. Yes, very stylized, a little bit more realistic. Yeah, very well done. So they got their Tumblr down here, I guess, I don't know if they still have that. Oh, and you get to see some of the fossils as well. That's so cool. Then you've got Shelgons Everywhere by Chop Stuff. So yeah, a bunch of Shelgon here. You know, playing around, laying on top of this big one. Got this one finding a Stunfisk with this rock. Yes, very well done. Then we've got With Salamence by Francesco. So, starts off with this Bagon, this trainer, and there's a Shelgon, and then it becomes this, like, you know, overly sexualized Salamence here. Yeah. Then we've got Shelgon, Draw 'em All collab by Jumpy Joltik. So I guess it's supposed to be this Shelgon maybe metamorphizing into a Salamence here, not, you know, yeah. Very interesting. This is PKM Nation, Poisonous Ladies Evo by Masamune Revolution. So you've got these 3 Pokemon fusions here. This one is Quilava and Eevee. This one's Salandit and Shelgon, which I guess then would evolve into Salamence and Salazzle here. Yes, very interesting. This doesn't contain a Shelgon, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, as I need to wait until I talked about Kyogre before I can evolve Bagon into Shelgon. Tomorrow we talk about Salamence. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.